Yeah, I mean, I think whenever you're talking about the NHL and an organization like Columbus, you definitely have to put thought into it. They're a great organization, and they gave me time and space this summer, which was huge. And ultimately, I just kind of thought that just turning 18 over the summer and being pretty young and coming back for my sophomore season was the right decision. Yeah, there was days, I woke up, I wanted to go be a Blue Jacket, and then there was days where obviously I wanted to be a Wolverine again. And I just think the pros coming back here and having commissaric for a full year and being a sophomore and kind of hopefully having a bigger role on the team this year was kind of the reason why I wanted to come back. Yeah, so there was a lot of uncertainty on where I'd end up if I did sign. So that was, also a kind of a reason where just coming back to Michigan where I'm familiar and comfortable with the coaches and players and stuff like that, I thought it was just the right decision. As like most of you guys know, I've known Dylan for 10 years now, so best of friends. And he called me right before he signed and said, like, listen, I'm going to sign. And that was, as bad as I wanted him back here at Michigan, he's a huge help and it was a huge loss for our team. I can't say he was wrong to make that decision. I think he was ready. Just to see him in practice and over the year develop was pretty unbelievable. Going to World Juniors and having the tournament he did, and then going to Men's Worlds, and he played unbelievable there as well. So I can't say I was surprised, but it is a huge loss for Michigan. He's an unbelievable player.
You lost one Bell-Tiger teammate, but you picked up a new one with Kyle Connor. Can you talk about having him in here now and what it means for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. He's someone that can always find the back of the net. You can always get on the score sheet. He's a very dynamic player. I think on Bell-Tiger, he always led our team in points. I know it's Michigan hockey and college hockey now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he finds his way up there again. That's just kind of the player who he is, and he's a great kid off the ice too. It's good to have him in the locker room. He kind of brings a calming energy to the room, which is nice.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me, there wasn't one specific area that I needed to work on that I felt like, and from talking to my coaches, it was like you have all the abilities. I think my idea this summer that I kind of had for myself is I was becoming more of a student of the game. I've always kind of just been able to go out on the ice, and I've been good enough to get by. And I'm at a point where I need to get past that. I need to step up to the next level, and that really comes with improving the mental side of my game and just learning not just this is how I stop a puck, but having a system when I'm on the ice and not just hopefully being in the right spot. I definitely watched a lot of film. I went back and looked at a lot of situations that I thought I could have been better in, and fortunately I'm pretty good with my mental visualization, where I can usually pull up cues, be like, oh yeah, I remember this and this and this from this situation just by being able to see a clip. So I did a lot of work with that.
But is it just as important to reinforce the positive too and watch yourself when you played well?
No, definitely it is. There were quite a few games last year where I thought I played well, and the year before, and I've used that. That was one of the bigger focuses actually. I'd watch those games and like I said, to see, okay, here's one bad situation here, or not great situation. Here's one where I did something right. So okay, what was going on in my head, or what do I remember happening? What made me do this? And then looking at a positive and seeing what works and what doesn't work for me personally. Oh, Steve Shields. Yeah. Well, I haven't been able to work with him a ton, just obviously because over the summer, we weren't really allowed to talk to each other much. But now that we're here on campus, he's similar to Blackie in that no one's trying to change our game, right? We've gotten to where we are because we know how to play goalie. But the thing I like with him is he seems very knowledgeable about the position, not just about how he played it, but about how to see what I'm doing and how to coach it. He seems like he's, I think knowledgeable is the best way I could put it. Yeah, and I would also say the three goalies we have right now, we're not best friends. I'm not going to lie to you, we're not. But I don't think that that's necessarily what we need. We all respect each other, right? And I think now more than ever, we have three guys that are competing that could play any night. And I think that's good. I think that's a good mixture. And I think it's going to push all three of us to be better. And eventually, whoever's playing on Friday and Saturday nights is going to be the guy that absolutely deserves it. And he's going to be at his absolute best because we have those other two guys. It's competition every single day. But, we're all wearing maize and blue, right? We're all pushing for the same goal. Everyone wants to play, but I think we're all at a point where we realize that, say I'm not playing on a Friday night, I know because I worked my bag off all week that guy that's in net is going to be able to perform. So, at the end of the night, I want Michigan to win. I want to be in net, but if I'm not, I know that the guy who is beat me that week and that he deserves it. Kind of the philosophy we're going with that we've talked about is for the last 2 years, yeah, we've gotten to the end of the season and it's we're one win away, or we need to win this game and we end up either tying it or not winning or something like that. That all being said, we can't win a game at the end of the season right now, right? What we can do is we can go out and practice today and focus on beating University of Toronto. And then after that, we can think about beating Mercyhurst. But I mean, we can't get ahead of ourselves. And I think we've done that in the past. We've thought, okay, this is a game that we're not that we're not super worried about it, but we're looking to the Minnesotas, we're looking to the Boston College games, and we need to not take anyone for granted throughout the entire year. I mean, we want to win for Red, but at the end of the day, we're not super. I think that's kind of an afterthought. I mean, we all respect him as a coach. We're excited to be here playing for him. But I think we're all more focused on winning for the guys in the room, and I think he would want us to feel that way. He wants me to be playing for the guy to the right and left of me and not worried about any other situations that's going on with who may or may not be back in the upcoming years.